Good evening, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. How is everyone doing Yeah, okay, that was more better. All right, listen, we are the United Pullers of the Carolinas. We go by UPOC. We represent the National Tractor Pulling Association. Any vehicle you see pulling here tonight can go anywhere in the country, any given night, and pull that vehicle. These are national competitors, some of the best in the business you will see tonight, and we have got a slew of them. If you don't know what a slew is, you ain't from around here, ask somebody next to you.
O'er the land of the free, have the home of the brave.
Wow. Weight transfer machine coming down the track. Usually we call it a sled, but Santa Claus rides in one of them too, and they're quite a bit different. You see the big pan on the bottom of that sled. As each vehicle comes down the track, that pan will sink deeper and deeper in the ground. You can see on the bottom it has iron bars across there. That box will move up towards the end of the sled, adding weight to the vehicle. Mr. Eric, our sled operator, best in the business. He's got all kinds of different settings and things that he can do to be sure these vehicles, we want them to stop into 330-ish foot and farm, featuring on-site horse pulls, a tractor show, Native American exhibit, horse-drawn hay rides, pony rides, free sunflowers, several different corn mazes, and over 30 games and activities for the family. Come out and see the fine folks at Armstrong Artisan Farms. They are open every Friday and Saturday. Saturday, October 3rd is going to be the big show, the Carolina Harvest Festival. Enter your tractor in the tractor show today and visit ArmstrongArtisanFarm.com. We'll watch for those red lights on the sled to turn green. The track official at 100 foot has a flag that's green. The track official at the end of the track has a flag that's green. When they wave a green like that, that signifies that the driver of the track is yours. Welcome to the Winston-Salem 300. At 31 miles an hour for the high yield. We got a thumbs up, we got green lights, we got green flags. This is Brandon Lee, the Wild and Blue. David Carlton on Breathe Easy. How about 3 trucks and 3 liters? 335.85 for the Breathe Easy. I told you she was up in green lights. We got 2 green flags. Here comes the bumper crop of Cole Altman out of Georgia. Okay, so very interesting. You see the 100-foot mark there. That vehicle was not under power passing the 100-foot cone, so he can either A, go back to the starting line and try again, or B, drop to the end of the class. It is his choice. Now, the second time he comes up here, if he goes 100 feet or 100 inches, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. But currently, he does have that option because he was not under power, dropping to land. I hope. All right, so they say Cole's going to fix it, drop the last, he'll be back. 2 weeks ago, man, you should have seen the grin on that face. It had been a minute since he got first place, and it was cool to see him. Here we go. Goodness gracious, 3:24:67 for the C-Cab. 24:67, he's always kind of popping in a switch down there. He had to get on the brakes and move his axle. But a good run, 3:24:67. All right, here we go. 3:39.8 to mark the beat. This is Little Red. $319.95 for Little Red. Not quite enough. Walnut Cove, North Carolina. Right down the road a piece. He's reaching for it. There you go. All right, 3:35.85. This is Mark. Did him no favors. 3:03.67. 3:03.67. I suspect you will add some weight to that front end for tomorrow. Here we go. We got thumbs up. We got green lights and green flags. This is the champ, Chevy. It was not happy about something. He just didn't want to make the other truck handle it. Wow. 3:26, 3:689. He did not quite get there. 3:26.89. Again, Brooke is our test puller in Pro Farm. He will have the option of turning this pull down and coming back later in the class or keeping it. You can see he has slid the sled over. Say that 3 times real fast. We're on the opposite side of the track for these tractors. They've decided to move the sled over to our side, which is cool. We get a little closer view. We get our largest class kicked off with some Ford power. Green lights, green flags. We got us a blue tractor. We're going to roll some black diesel smoke. This is Brooke Grantham. deal, and we'll see, but I bet he wants to try that again, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, here we go. Game changer smoke. She was riding. He had to get out of it. He saw that white line sneaking up on him. Unfortunately, but man, that thing was rocking. I believe the power is there. Getting the rest of it figured out with the tractor is going to be the trick, but they will make it happen. She was going down through there. But he saw the white line coming up on him, did not want to get disqualified, and got out of it. Here we go. We got some little girl power. We got a red tractor. We're going to still roll diesel smoke. We got green lights and green flags. This is the revelation, Miss Abby McDonald. To take the lead on the revelation. Nice job, young lady. 288.06. You'll see there'll be a lot of them red tractors riding around. There we go. We got what we're looking for. Here he comes, Mr. Zachary Craig, the Red Iron Special. Wow, 284.39. 284.39 puts him currently in second place. He did a great job riding that tractor. There you go. A great job. Currently in second place, 284.39 to get down here where that girl was at 288. We'll see what he's got. To take the lead. No, dirt candy is another name for sweet taters. They grow a couple of them. Sweet potatoes, tobacco, all sorts of crops. And here we go, looking 289.36 to mark the beat. Wow, 288.82. Holy cow, 288.82. For Mr. Van Hoy. Exactly right farms entering the dirt. Minis and light four-wheel drive to the scales, please. Minis and light four-wheel drive to the scales. Not gonna have enough. 274.03. 274.03 for the moving dirt entry. Walker's grading and hauling and in a little while. See the folks in the green shirt, the FFA. They do all the parking out here, and they've raised money with this 50-50 tickets. From Roxborough, North Carolina, Mr. Austin Jones, the One More Hoss. Look at 289.36. Not quite, 277.86, 277.86 for the One More Hoss, screwed up buck. An interesting name to say the least. But the owner of this tractor had a pretty hard fall. I believe it was year before last, and broke his back. Instead of holding his head down about it, he said, you know what, we're going to name the tractor the Screwed Up Buck. We're going to put his spine out of it, and we're going to have fun with this thing. Out of Goldsboro, North Carolina, the Screwed Up Buck. Wow. So the leader's 289.36. The Screwed Up Buck just went 289.45 to take the lead. Yeah, baby, 289.45 puts him in first place. On the Screwed Up Buck out of Goldsboro. Girl power is Brianna Beasley out of Cleveland. 289.45 is the mark we're looking for. 289.45, the current leader. Man, 285.56, 285.56, a great run. We could have done without the bouncing to start the earlier part of the ride there, but it was still a nice run at 285.56 for Brianna. Ask him if he dug it around with the tractor and got stuck. He couldn't get it off, so he just left it out there, I guess. Here we go, the Smoky Coyote with a new motor. And all the crowd said, oh. Hey. Now over to the side, see what they can get figured out, and try to bring him back. There you go, that's far enough. 89.45 is the current mark to beat. That's a green tractor. This here is a red tractor. Hoping to get past that point. That'll do it. 296.61. Yes, sir. 296.61. Melton Rods taking the lead by a bunch. That, listen to announcers, your favorite events across the country. We are broadcasting live on Track Tune app. Here comes the Smoky Coyote. Dang! 292.65 for it done. Great job for the Smoking Coyote. 292.65 to finish in second place. All right, here we go. 2.6 diesel 4-wheel drive trucks. Miss Lacey Griffin, she is our test puller in this class. Remember, she's the first hook. The high maintenance entry, a little girl power to start us out in diesel 4x4. To set the mark to beat 322.96 at 29 miles an hour. That pink machine was getting it. Mr. Jeremy Wayne coming up here. The repeat offender out of Davidson. I believe every truck here is a Dodge tonight, I do believe. But here we go, Jeremy Wayne trying to hunt down that girl. .320.11 for the repeat offender, not quite far enough. Remember, Lacey's at 322.96. Let's see what the Cookshaws have for them here tonight. Last resort coming over from Tennessee. Across the mountain. 322.96, the mark to beat. Second place, 322.96 is in first, 321.25 and 320.11, the top three right now, man. What a great show these guys and gals are putting on for us. Lacey, however, is still at the top. All right, here we go. The Midnight Rambler. $318.72 for JL. The Midnight Rambler, $318.72. All right, here we go. One more truck here. 2.6 diesels. Miss Amber Bostic on the Iron Horse. $322.96 is the mark. 322.96 is the lead. That was not planned. Make sure she's okay. gonna need a BC powder. Again, well short of the 100-foot mark, so if everything is okay, they can back her up and get it again. Here, that is not how they wanted their night to go. They work hard to do what they do. They come to put on a show. One more time for the Bostic family, the Iron Horse. They'll be back there working on it, doing their absolute best to get her back up here for tomorrow's show. That's your only homework. Come back tomorrow with a friend, a neighbor. Even if you don't like the folks, you can sit somewhere different, it's okay. Any decent-sized man can pick up the rear end of these four-wheel drive trucks and slide them side to side with not much problem. They're so light back there. But now he's got a bunch of weight hooked to it. Here comes the Doe Runner four-wheel drive. What a ride, man. 32036 for the Doe Runner out of Mooresville. The Moonshine Express going to try to track him down. And we're going back and roll some more diesel smoke. We got green lights, green flags, Moonshine Express out of Winston-Salem coming at you. Man, 310-45, 310-45 for the Moonshine Express. So the Doe Runner's going to get the win in four-wheel drive tonight, 320-36. The Moonshine Express in second. Right there, 310-45. That will wrap up four-wheel drive. We were going back to Super Farms and bring some more diesel smoke. They got to change the weight in the sled, so while we have it next up after this class here, but first, a little Super Farm action. Mr. Chris Hales. Even. That's hard to do. 312.00, 312 feet on the nose. And again, he is the test puller, but I suspect he's going to like that. That was a good run right out of the chute. All right, I think they got it figured out. It looks like they do. Here we go. The Dirt Pays entry, Isaac Love. To take the lead, 328.88, putting the Dirt Pays in the lead for now. The leader's at 328.88. Rodney got a new motor. Very possible for him to take it right on down there. For the Melon Mania 3-foot short, but a great ride, 325.3 for the Melon Mania. From New Paris, Ohio, riding in Alice Chalmers. It's the orange one of the group. This is Tatum Reynolds, the young man getting on board this weekend. Can you tell them, Lance? You got a number yet? Stand by. Last call for 50-50, folks. Get your 50-50 tickets. We're going to pull in 15 minutes. At least $1,200. Last call for 50-50. $1,200 in the pot. Alice Chalmers goes down there 3:05.92 for the Ohio entry. Back in black. 3:05.92. Bad boy out of Red Springs, Daniel McDonald. I heard it was more than that, but okay, at least $1,200 in the pot. Or more. Man, 3:20.01 for the bad boy, 3:20.01. It is a strong one, so we'll see. Last tracker in the class, right here. Here we go, trying to track down that deer. For the Cornfield Express, 3:32.43. Good enough for a full pull. Clock it. There they are. We're looking green flags. There they are. G-Rod. Here we go. Yes, sir. 277.68 is the number we're looking for. Tony Singletary is still on the mic. I told you, that right there is a full for the Carolina Night Train number 2, 3:43.63. I don't know the number. 3:43.63. I've already done it once. Clock it. $298.8 for the family forces. 298.8. Puts him in second place currently. That was a good ride by Cody, man. He got you start with 5? That can't be right. Uh-oh, look at there. Come on down, young man. Look at this guy coming down here taking home $1,500 tonight. That is light four-wheel drive. That is Mr. Stephen Walker. He just took it out there at 302.24 feet. 302.24 to get the night started. He works tirelessly to put on his pull. There comes the guy. $1,500. These light four-wheel drives are particular to our group. This is the only group you'll see them pull them with. They can have aluminum heads, they can have aluminum stainless steel block, or they can have aluminum block and stainless steel heads, but they can't both be lightweight aluminum. They have to run a carburetor, no power adders, no none of that, straight motor. Here we go. Down there at the end, he's at 300.06, 300.06 for the Running Wild. Here we go, look at 300 feet out of the Killing Time Jeep. Yeah, man, not bad there. Stephen taking it out there, 319.48. He's going to like that number, 319.48. And here comes the Tigger, our back-to-back-to-back champion. The little orange Jeep called the Tigger. This is Barry Martin Jr. He's also out of Reedsville. And has been the man to beat the past few years. Here we go. $314.81 for Tigger, not quite enough. And Stephen Walker still in the lead. Thriller. Last call. Currently, Barry Martin's in second at 314.81. He did the right thing to keep anything drastic from happening. Thank you one more time for bringing it out here for you folks. Mr. Hunter Beasley on the power hound. All right, here we go. The high gear harvester. More like it, 3:24:01. 3:24:01 for the Beasleys on the high gear harvester. That was what we were looking for. Chalmers 3089 for the Ohio entry, the rare. .324 is the mark to beat. I just got to tell you, if Dewey does that, he'll be smiling next week at this time. Here we go. Folks. Woo! Goodness gracious. That thing started hooking and a bucket and yeah. Dewey said that's enough of that. Y'all been great at it all night. Let the sheriff hear you. Thank Dewey for coming over here, bringing his 2 tractors, doing a great job. They'll go back there and work on them. They will not give up, guaranteed. Nikki, look behind here every year, and not only here, folks, he builds tracks for us everywhere we go. Give us a little bit of that girl power at the close to the end of the night. Let's see, can we take the lead here? This is smoking up a storm. I think she had to hit that brake pretty hard. But a great job as always, Lauren. 271.40. Right off the I-95 corridor. Here we go. Didn't like something. It does not like something. But you get a very good view of that great big V8 motor in the side of it. He's a test puller, so he can come back if he so chooses. He thinks everything's okay. All right, he says he's going to keep it and go work on it for tomorrow. So 197.9. 197.9 for the pure country.
You don't see a Kubota super stock tractor every day. It's the only super stock Kubota in America.
Andy Dutton, the guy that owned this tractor, thought he was done, and Robbie called him and said, hey man, I got some parts, you got a tractor, let's make this work. Here we are. Man, we are not having fun with these class so far. All right, here we go. Try it one more again. Just not in it tonight. Something just not agreeing. The best running tractors in the country is coming to you right now. All right, Mr. Coster, the track is yours, sir. Super Stalker 26706, 26706 for the lead poison. In one beat, making his U.S. debut, Mr. Cody Singletary out of Tar Heel, North Carolina. A little light modified action right here in Winston-Salem. I think he could have gone to 500 if he wanted to, because he was going out down through there. That was awesome. 336.96 and 34 miles an hour.